Hi guys, I hope you had a great weekend. We had some absolutely beautiful weather on Saturday and Sunday, and I just wanted to show you what I've been working on at my house this weekend. I've asked you all a lot about what you've been doing. I want to show you a little bit of what I'm doing. I live in the middle of the city, and we don't have a huge yard, and I want to have a garden. And so instead of having a big, huge garden in my yard like some people have or on a farm, I'm going to grow my garden in this raised bed. This is just a little raised bed that my husband and my sons bought me for Mother's Day. Now, Mother's Day is next week, so hopefully it'll be really nice to your moms and grandmothers and stepmoms and aunts this week for Mother's Day. But Taz bought me this, and I just wanted to plant a few little things in it that we like to eat here. We really like tomatoes in the summer, and we like squash, and we like cucumbers. So I thought, well, I'm just going to grow some of these things in this small raised bed. So yesterday, what we did was fill this up with potting soil that's got Miracle-Gro in it. It helps your plants grow and makes them nice and healthy. So we've got some tomato plants right here. I did not grow this tomato. I just brought this out here to show you. We've got some squash right here. We like to have fried squash in the summer. And over here, I've got some small cucumber plants. And I've got to plant one more cucumber plant in here. And I was going to show you, I just bought these at Lowe's. They come in little packs like this. So you just have to get out one of these little plants. And I've already got 3 of the cucumber plants planted. I don't want to plant too many because they'll take this over. But you just dump out one of the little plants like this, and you can see its roots down in here real well, and you just kind of spread that apart a little bit and sit it down in the hole, and then you're just going to cover it up with soil and pat it down really good. And then you're going to want to go ahead and give it a lot of water when you very first plant it. And I've already watered these other plants today, so I won't water them anymore. But that's what a cucumber plant looks like. So this whole side of my raised garden will be cucumbers. Alright, and you might say, well, I don't have a raised garden, or I don't have a big place in my backyard. You can grow tomato plants or squash plants or cucumber plants just in a flower pot. They even sell them at Walmart already in little flower pots, and you can grow them that way just on your back porch. You don't have to have a raised bed. It's just a lot of fun to be able to grow something and watch it grow, and then to imagine that in a few weeks, maybe a month, this little plant right here is going to be giving me tomatoes. Maybe not as big as this one, but it's going to be giving me some tomatoes. And I did mention that Mother's Day's coming up. Plants are a really good present for Mother's Day for your moms, stepmoms, grandmothers, aunts, anybody that you might need to buy a Mother's Day present for. They love to get plants. Now I wanted to show you my little plant markers. These are just wooden spoons. You probably might be looking at that thinking, that looks funny. But I just bought these little wooden spoons at Walmart in a pack for like $2. And I just painted the top of the spoon red and wrote tomatoes on it, so I can stick it right here for a little garden marker. And I've got one for squash and one for cucumbers. Those are a really good present too. If you've got somebody in your family that really likes to grow flowers, or they like to grow vegetables, you could make them a little set of these for their garden and give it to them for Mother's Day. So those are a cute present, as well as practical to use in your garden too. So that could be fun. You could also use rocks. Remember how back at the beginning of the school year we painted rocks for a Hurricane Way celebration? You could just get little rocks like that and paint them and write cucumbers on it or tomatoes on it and use those for garden markers too. Those are a lot of fun. And another cheap thing, you can go to Walmart or Lowe's and get paint stirrers. The sticks that they give you free whenever you buy paint, you can get those and you can paint them kind of the same way and just write the names of the plants or the names of the vegetables on those and just stick them right down in the dirt beside your plant. Now Jared and Wesley used to love to garden when they were little. I can't hardly get them to do it now, but when they were little, we grew sunflowers, and I've got these cute pictures of Wesley growing sunflowers, and we planted flowers in our flower gardens, and Jared loved to grow tomatoes. Now he wouldn't eat a tomato, but he loved to grow tomatoes. So I wanted to show you those cute pictures. I also am going to grow some herbs. Okay, this is my little herb garden, and I've made some markers for those too. Right here I've got some catnip, and I just bought this at Lowe's. And this will be fun. You know, I've got my two cats, Stella and JD. I can just take a leaf off of this and take it in the house and rub it on one of their cat toys, or just let them smell of it, and they get a little crazy. They love to play and love to smell of catnip. This is peppermint, and I can use this like in coffee or tea, or even like in a hot chocolate. If I want to give it a little peppermint flavor, I can just take one of these leaves in and put it down in it, and it'll give it a little bit of peppermint. This over here is lavender, and lavender just smells really good. You can dry it, and you can use it in your house to just fragrance the room, to make the room smell really good. So all three of these are really fun ideas if you've got a cat at home and you want some catnip, or you know, give mom some peppermint for her tea, or some lavender just to make the house smell good. Now in my other pots over here, I haven't gotten anything yet. They're still sitting empty. But these are going to grow strawberries, I hope. I just haven't been able to find any strawberry plants. So we're going to put some strawberries in those. And hopefully I can show you in a few weeks how my raised garden is progressing. Now, of course, you know, if I'm going to talk to you about gardening, I'm going to talk to you about some books that you could read too that might have some interest if you are interested in gardening, or if you're interested in flowers or planting or anything like that. There's one story that I particularly love. It used to be in an old reading book that we had called Tops and Bottoms, and it's a fable. It's about a bear and a hare who decide to grow a garden together, but the bear is really lazy and he wants the hare to do all the work. And to make a long story short, they grow some things on the top of the ground and they grow some things under the ground, which would be like the plants that we eat the roots of, like a radish or a potato or something like that. So that's why the story is called Tops and Bottoms. But there's a nice twist in the story that you'll think is funny. It's a fable, so it has talking animals, and it teaches you a lesson at the end. So I would recommend reading Tops and Bottoms if you're interested in garden vegetables. The Secret Garden is a chapter book that, you know, it's a pretty thick chapter book, but it's on a 4th grade level. And some of you might really like The Secret Garden. It is by Frances Burnett. And the last one is called We Are Gardeners, and it's by Joanna Gaines. If you've ever watched Fixer Upper, you might know who Chip and Joanna Gaines are. So Joanna Gaines wrote a book, a children's book about gardening, because she likes to do that with her kids. So that would be a fun book to read too if you're interested in gardening. So I hope you can check out some of those books. All of those are available online that you can buy, or you can read, or you can even have some of them read by the author. I hope you're keeping up with your work packets and keeping up with your cursive handwriting. I'll be putting out a few more handwriting videos this week. You know, we already had 5 on my YouTube channel, and you can go on this week and see 5 more. So hopefully if you're keeping up with that and practicing, you'll be ready to start this week. If not, you can start any day with any one. Just go in order because they kind of build with each other. I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.